If you asked me where I was going in February of 1980, I couldn't have told you exactly. For nearly a decade, I had helped build a lucrative business, Robert Burton Associates, the maker of Easy Wider rolling papers. From our base in New York City, my co-founder Burton Rubin and I had grown Easy Wider into one of the most iconic and successful consumer brands to emerge from 1970s counterculture. I'd met Burt through his wife, Jane Altman, an old family friend. She was the daughter of my father's business partner at Stillman Manufacturing. He and my father, Paul Stiller, had worked together for 30 years. Our families would have dinner together almost every Sunday. Jane and I had nearly identical childhoods. Our fathers bought the same kinds of cars, the same type of house, and they had kids the same age. Starting the company with Jane's husband felt, in a way, like carrying on a family tradition. Burt was a trader in specialty metals, along with being a pot enthusiast with dark curly hair and an unmistakable New York accent. Back then, almost everybody rolling a joint took two pieces of rolling paper and glued them together to make a wider paper. We had the idea to create a double-wide paper, and were surprised that no other manufacturer was doing it. Because we focused on providing a quality product, making continuous improvements in manufacturing, and supporting retailers with innovative displays and marketing support, our slow-burning, oversized papers, and their iconic brown and white packaging, would come to account for roughly 1/4 of all U.S. cigarette paper sales. We figured out that if we put the individual papers that we sold in 1 week in a long strip, it would stretch from New York to California and then some. Thinking of that always amazed me, especially when I would fly coast to coast. The success of Easy Wider allowed me to enjoy all that Manhattan could offer in the 1970s. My penthouse in an Art Deco building on 22nd Street and 2nd Avenue boasted glass walls, a wraparound terrace, and a wood-burning fireplace. A couple of prints by Picasso and a few small works by Miro hung on the walls. Before going into the office, I would visit the Midtown Tennis Club, just a few blocks away. On the weekends, I'd take my boat out on the Long Island Sound, or stop by Studio 54, whose co-owner, Steve Rubel, was a friend of mine from college. But Burt and I found it more difficult to work together as the years went on and had different visions for the company. I tried several times, unsuccessfully, to buy him out, and finally, we'd agreed to put the company up for sale in a private auction. We would sell to the highest bidder and go our separate ways. In reality, though, I was putting together a war chest of a few $1,000,000. Enough, I thought, to make me the winning bidder in the sale. But after several rounds of back and forth bidding, an offer from the French cigarette paper giant Rizla was over what I could afford. It had never occurred to me that I might actually lose the bid.